Okay, we're starting out here so we can get our back muscles and front muscles a little bit warmer and bring some more mobility to your spine. So start out by becoming aware of where your core is, okay? Wrapping around the low back and your spine and pull your belly button up into your spine. So I want you to feel like all the muscles that wrap around your middle from your low back wrapping around to your belly button, they're strengthening inward just like a rubber band would and pulling up. And that's going to give us a lot of low back support and just keep our postures more healthy over time. So good habit to cultivate. Pull your elbows in slightly and turn on your chest here. And with your inhale, think of pulling your heart forward toward the front of your space. Could you lift your belly button into your spine as you do that? A nice arch in your back. Exhale here, push the floor away, rounding. I want you to strengthen your front body here. Maybe look at your belly button, and it might feel nice to shake out your head. And let's take a few more rounds like that. Inhaling, pull your heart forward, strengthen your back body. Exhale, use your front body muscles, push. So really nice and slow here. We want to just cultivate control, turning on all the muscles in the front and the back. And maybe you even get a little bit side to side with it, kind of like weird snaky movements, just to make sure your whole spine can wake up here. And then I'll meet you with a flat back. Go ahead and tuck your toes here and hover your knees. And then if you keep your knees just about an inch off the floor here, take a big breath in. And then exhale, lift your knees up and back. You think of pushing your heels downish and lifting your hips upish, but you can keep a bend in your knees, of course. And then inhale, hover your knees just off the mat, maybe like 1 inch. Exhale, push it back. So I want you to use your big breath here. Let's do it 10 times. Inhale, hover, looking forward. Exhale, push it back. Here's number 4. And you can always take a break and drop your knees. Feel your legs getting warm. Here's number 5. Look forward. Exhale. Nice and slow. Number 6. Do you feel your upper body warming up too? Number 7. Arched spine. And round it. 3 more. Number 8. Number 9. Okay, really getting warm in your legs, I hope. Number 10. Hold in your hover. That's right. Okay, I really want to challenge you to hover those knees here. Push the floor down. See if you could lengthen your spine a little bit by moving your heart a little bit forward for 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and drop your knees. Okay, we're going to pivot that left knee and point your left toes more out to the left. Extend your right leg so that's long. And if you drop your right arch to the floor and reach up with your right hand, we're in this little supported side plank position. So I want to challenge you here, if everything's going pretty well, to lift your right leg. Internally rotate it, and we're going to tap the foot to the floor and then lift it about parallel with the leg to the floor. Tap down and lift up. 10 times, please. Keep that strong internal rotation to the best of your ability. 4. Nice and slow. 5. 6. 7. Okay, making your hip work a little bit. 8. 9. Here's number 10. Now pause here. Point the toe. Keep internally rotating. Can you isolate this leg? Okay, don't let anything else in your body move. 10 circles. 10. 9. Keep it isolated. 8. Whew, it's challenging to isolate. 6. 5. Okay, we're warming up your hip. 3, 2, and 1. Let's reverse for 10. Whew. Isolate. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Drop that right foot. Bring it back down to hands and knees. Okay, and I'd like to do another round of that knee hover and then back up to the lifted hips. Are you ready? So tuck your toes, hover here. Okay, and then you're inhaling down here on your hands and knees, floating position. You're exhaling to lift your hips. Inhale to hover, looking forward, little arch in your spine. Exhale, press it back. 10 times total, please. 3, and back. Feel yourself getting warm. 4, and back. Find some nice movement in your spine, hips, shoulders. It's a full body movement, guys. Make it count. 3 more. 2 more. Okay, next time you come down to that knee hover, let's hold it. Push that floor, strong upper body, wrapping your belly button up and in. Could you put a slight squeeze inward between your elbows and knees for 3, 2, and 1. Drop your knees. Okay, now we're going to pivot on that right knee and point the right toes more out to the right. Extend the left leg. And then when you drop your left arch, you can lift your right hand. And we are on the other side. I'll spin around to face you. So arrange your bottom arm and leg to be just right. Take a little time. You have time. And then once you're ready, lift that left leg. It's important that we keep an internal rotation here for now, okay? So we warm things up to the best of our abilities. So internal rotate, long left leg, taps the floor, and lift. Okay, and we can flex the foot and get the front of the leg nice and warm. Tap. And lift. Here's 4. So notice when you're internally rotating, you can't really lift it much higher than your hip. Okay, and there's a bone that actually stops you from doing that unless you externally rotate it. So 3, 2, and 1. Hold here. Really isolate the leg movement, okay? Point through the toe. Circles. 10. Isolate it. 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep your internal rotation. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reversing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Come on down to hands and knees again. And because we just did spend a lot of time on the wrists, if you want to tuck your toes and sit back for a moment, give yourself a little wrist stretch. Because we'll be using your hands quite a lot today. So you can flip your palms up, fingers point at you. And I like to rock around a little bit. And then make sure you do the other side of the pancake, flipping the palms down, fingers pointing at you. And especially if you've been desking it up these days, this will feel good on your hands. Roll it back. Stretch, open your palms. We've got to take care of our hands, guys. They work so hard. Okay, are you ready to come up? So from here, you can pick up your knees. Okay, hands on your knees, press yourself all the way up. So I'd like us to get into some little squat variations today. Remember, for squats, it's always totally fine to grab the wall, and it's always totally fine to only go as far down as is comfortable and is right for your knees. So just find that appropriate challenge, please. Arms up, big breath in. As you squat, drop your tailbone. Think of exhaling as the tailbone goes down. Pull your knees in slightly and think of lifting your heart. Inhale up to stand. Exhale, squat. 10 times, please. Inhale and exhale. Nice, looking good. Number 3 and 4. Bring it up. And 5. See if you can drop a little lower each time. Challenge yourself. Bring it up. Here is 6. Could you drop your hips level with your knees? Get low. Bring it up. Number 7. Come on up. Number 8. You got this. Only a few more. Keep the arms up. Bring it up. Number 9. Okay, we're going to hold number 10. Are you ready? Bring it up. And here is 10. Now hold and breathe with me. Sure you can. We're thinking of holding here for 30 seconds. We've already done 10, so stay with me. If your hands are getting tired, you can put them on your hips, but otherwise, move your biceps back. Drop your tailbone a little lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Shake that off. Okay, guys, you ready for a really nice total body challenge? So I'm going to have you find the back of your space, please. Bend your knees. You could take your feet kind of wide, okay? And just bring your hands all the way to the floor. Now, everyone's super different here. Some of us are going to have to bend our knees more to get the palms down, but I want you to try to get your palms down, okay? Maybe even take your feet wider. Are you ready to bear walk? We're going to walk like bears. So walk your hands a little bit forward of your feet, maybe about give yourself 3 or 4 feet of space. And pick up your opposite hand and foot. So I'm going to start with left foot and right hand and move them forward. Then I'm going to do right foot and left hand and move them forward. And I'm going to walk all the way to the front of my space like this, like a big bear. I'm going to go as far as I can go. And then I want to take it backwards, guys. I want to take it back nice and slow. Back. Back. Okay, so find a nice little rhythm. And yes, it's silly, but I want you to embrace the silliness of it. And maybe once you get a little bit more acquainted, go a little faster. Okay? And we want to think of back and forth 10 times. So find your rhythm. I'm about on number 3. And 4. Okay, try to coordinate right and left. It's challenging, but you got it. Okay, 5. 6. We're almost there. 7. 8. Keep it going. Try to let your head hang. If you notice that you're kind of craning to look forward, making your neck tense, try to let the neck just let it go. Let it hang. Almost there, guys. Last one. Last bear walk. Finish at the back of your space. And then you can take a moment here, shake it off, hands to knees. Get your head up above your hips first so you don't get a little head rush when you come up. And then come on up to standing. Okay, great work. I hope you're feeling warm all over. Let's get back to some squat variations. So same idea. I want you to squat just as intelligently as you did before with some inward pulling between your knees and your elbows. You'll drop your hips, okay? But I want you to stay squatting. So we're going to hold this squat. And all you're going to do is you're going to step back with your right knee to the floor, back to your squat. Left knee to the floor. Back to your squat. Let's go. Right. Squat. Keep that squat. Left. So you're in control here. If you need to challenge yourself a little bit more, you could experiment with hovering the knee. 4. Squat. And 4. Whew, nice challenge. 5. Pull your biceps towards your ears. 5. Make sure you have a long neck here. You're not rounding your spine. 6. 7. And 7. Keep it going, guys. 8. And 8. Pull those biceps in. Long neck. 9. And 9. Now, I'm excited to let you know that we're going to hold on this number 10 right here. We're going to hover the back knee just off the mat. We're squatting into the front knee. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch. Back knee hovers, front knee is over the ankle. Whew. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wow. Okay, shake that off. Whew. Great work for your quads, guys. Great work for your posture, keeping that chest nice and high, shoulders getting strong. So let's come back down into the back of your space. And then again, I'm going to have you bend your knees, take your feet pretty wide, and get your hands to the floor in a manageable way. So before we commit to moving around in a monster walk, okay, we did a bear walk, next is monster walk. I want you to find a good stance that works for you. Take your feet wider if you need to. Bend your knees more. Here's where we're going. Walk your hands out about 3 feet in front of your feet, and then gently step or hop your feet towards your hands. Hands forward, gentle step or hop. Hands and hop. Once you've reached the end of your space, you're going to go backwards. Hands, backwards, hop. Hands. Now, if a hop is not appropriate for you, you can step. You can totally step. 10 times, monster walk. Forward and back, please. Breathe. And find a little rhythm. 2, 2, and 2. Number 3. And guys, if you ever want to slow things down a little bit and take more like 5 instead of 10 reps, okay, that's always fine. I'm just kind of holding space for you here. Whatever's appropriate for your workout today. Whew, we're halfway. Keep it going. I bet you're feeling your legs. I sure am. 7. Nice. 8. Whew. 9. We got this. Hang with me. We're almost there. Last one. Let's make it good. We did it. Oh man, my legs are on fire. Go ahead and get your head up above your heart here. Press into your knees and come on up to standing. Wow. It's really great work here in the legs. You might be feeling that tomorrow and you're going to think about me. Okay, let's take the feet nice and wide now. And we want our toes kind of pointed out away from each other. And we want the knees to move in the direction of the toes. So sink down here. And then notice if you feel your knees kind of collapsing inward. Use the strength in the back of your body to point them out. So nice, it feels nice in the inside of your thighs after we just worked them. Okay, fingertips by your ears. I'm going to have you use the strength in the side of your body and bring one elbow toward that same side knee and back up to center. Other elbow to knee, back to center. Keep breathing. Down and up. Down and up. So we're going to do it 10 times on each side. If your legs are shaking, that is okay. No problem. That's just them thanking you, right? If you have a little too much work in the legs, you can extend the knees. Okay. Keep going. Keep it up, guys. 3 more. 3. 2. Keep leaning back like you're trying to stay really flat here. 1. And 1, let that go. Whew. Come on up. And you can shimmy your feet back together and shake it out. So let's lunge a little bit. Okay, I want to get us some nice movement now that we're super warm. So turn toward your long ways on your space. Okay, if you have a mat or a space, whatever. So you have a lot of space out in front of you. Okay, I want you to pick up your right foot. Step it into a big lunge. You can put your hands on your hips or up, really. Okay, and then you're going to come on back to standing. Hover that right foot and bring it down. We're going to do it 10 times. Right foot lunge. Land with control. Right foot comes back to standing and down. Okay, here we go. 3, control and hover. Find as much control as you can. 4, and hover. 5. Okay, try not to move until you've found stability. So you can touch the toes down, the right toes, for less challenge, or you can hover to challenge yourself even more. Okay, we have 3. We have 2. Okay, now this last one, go ahead and lunge forward and then come back to your single leg standing position. Now I'm gonna have us do something really challenging. I'm gonna have you bend your left leg and drop into a single leg squat. Hold here. So if you need a little help here, you can drop your right toes and let them help you out. If you like the challenge, keep the toes lifted, drop a little lower. Breathe. You might experiment with challenging yourself even more if you extend that right leg and drop a little lower. Maybe drop your hips level with your knee for 3, and 2, and 1. Whew. Let that go and shake it off. Are you ready to get back into a big, wide squat? We're really working on legs today. Okay, feet wide, toes and knees pointing out, and we're dropping into it. Okay, so here we are. Now I really want you to use your upper body here. So think of your lower body being strong, rock solid as you push into your leg bones, okay, and pull all your muscles inward towards center. Twisting from the middle of your spine, okay? You're gonna start punching forward with one hand as you pull the other one back. So I want you to really twist and then switch sides. Punch and twist. We're gonna do this for 30 seconds. Go. 30 seconds. As fast or as slow as you'd like. Find that rotation. If you want a little more, you can double time it, okay? But find that rotation. Strong legs. Halfway there. Drop into your hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Come on up and shake that out. So I want to lunge with you and do everything on the other side, more stability lunges. So step toward one side of your space, so you have a lot of space in front of you. And you can do this with your hands on your hips if your shoulders are exhausted, or arms up if you like the work in your shoulders. So the left foot now steps forward into a big lunge, drop into it, making sure your left knee stays over your left ankle. And then the hard part, come back up to stabilize. You might touch down or challenge yourself to hover. Lunge and stabilize. 10 times, guys. Let's go. Lunge. Stabilize. Whew. Keep it going. Lunge. Stabilize. Okay, find that strength. The right leg is really doing almost all of the work here. And that's okay if it shakes. And it's okay if it wobbles. It's just you getting stronger. Okay, 3. Then hover. Whew, you know it's coming, guys. 2. And hover. Last lunge. Last hover. Okay, hold here with me. Let's turn this into a single leg squat. Right leg squats and hold. You can put the left toes down and take a little break. You can lift the left toes higher and drop a little lower in your hips. You can even extend the left leg. And think about maybe dropping your hips level with your knees. Big challenge for 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Let that go and shake it out. All right, I'd like to bring us down to the mat now and get a little bit more challenged in your upper body. So you can bend your knees and come on down to hands and knees. So our next challenge does involve some more knee hovering. Go ahead and hover. And remember, at any time, if the hover becomes too much, you can drop 1 or 2 knees, okay? So from your knee hover, could you find a way to pick up your left leg and kick it underneath your right side out to the right? Okay, try it out. It's okay if it doesn't work the first time. Bring it back to a knee hover. Let's switch sides. Right leg sticks itself underneath the left side, kick out. Bring it back to a knee hover. It's okay if it doesn't necessarily work. Try anyway. Trying is what's going to make you strong here. Okay, keep going. Side and hover. Make it smooth and controlled. Side and hover. You can touch down throughout. You can sit your hips down, or you can keep hovering. I want you to find that challenge level that's appropriate for you. Keep it going, guys. Super challenging. You're more than halfway. Whew. Side and hover. 3 more. Side, hover, side, hover. 2 more. Okay. For the last one, I want to hold it, okay? So here's your last hold. Now, hovering is great. If you need a touchdown, you can do that for 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides. Hover. Hold that leg up there and breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back to center, guys. Drop your knees. Drop your hips. I think you earned a little child's pose break. Just drop it here. Everything down. Just take a few breaths into your back body. Let your heart rate come down. Okay, from here, worm your way forward so you're all the way long belly down on your mat. And you can just rest your forehead on the floor here. So we've done really great work in your shoulders and your legs today, your hips, but let's get a little bit more into your back. Let's see what your back is capable of, okay? It spends all day long holding up our giant front body, and it's in general tired, and it needs a little bit more work moving up and back, so that's what we'll give it. Extend out through your hands and feet, please. Make sure to protect your low back first by pointing your tailbone at the center of the earth and lifting your belly button toward the sky. And from there, your low back is safe. If everything's going well, hover your nose just off the mat, and then do the same with your arms and legs. Keep in mind, if anything goes wrong, you can always drop your hands and feet and take a break. But we'll swim here. We'll think of swimming opposite arm and leg up, and then hovering them down next to the others. Opposite arm and leg, swim up and hover. Side to side, swim and hover. You can think of inhale on the swim and exhale on the return. Okay, 30 seconds, please. Just like this. You can keep it really mellow and slow, or if you are feeling spicy, you can double time it. Okay? You're always welcome to find an appropriate pace here, but you're halfway there. Keep breathing. And you stick with me for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let that go. Whew. Nice work. Okay, I want to get back into your arms and let your back rest for a little bit. So come back up to hands and knees, please. Okay, here's a big challenge for your upper body. So feel free to use your knees, okay? Take your hands together and make a little triangle. And I'm giving you a visual of what that triangle might look like between your pointer and thumb fingers. And then just put them on the floor underneath your nose. Walk your knees back until you find an appropriate plank. Okay, by that I mean you're a little bit challenged, but you're still having fun. Maybe you even lift your knees. Pull your belly button into your spine to strengthen your core. Lift your heart a little bit toward the front of the mat. Now here's your challenge. So feel free to use your knees. I want you to bring your nose as close as you can to the triangle and then push it away. 10 times, triangle and away. Don't hold your breath, okay? You can think of inhaling down and exhaling on the effort. Keep it up. Big challenge. Halfway there. You can make it the other half. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, you know we're gonna hold this one. 10 and hold. Whew. You don't have to be all the way to the triangle. Just put a little bend in your elbows. For 10 more seconds. Yes, you can. Push the floor. Lift your belly button. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Come all the way down to your back. Or sorry, come all the way down to your belly. This is a belly. All right, friends. Nice challenge for your upper body. Let's get back into your back. So I want you to make some space on the sides of you. And if you have a small space like I do, feel free to bend your knees and elbows so that you can get some nice movement in your hips and shoulders. So start by grounding your tailbone, please. Point it at the center of the earth and lift your belly button to the sky. Keeping in mind that your low back needs to stay nice and safe here for this to be fun. So lift your forehead, lift your arms and legs. Inhale to be really long here, and exhale to swim your arms and legs out to the side. Big shape. Inhale back to center. Exhale, swim. Feel free to bend your arms and knees if you need extra space. Okay. 10 times. Inhale. And 4. Inhale. 5. Inhale. 6. Use that back. Inhale. 7. Inhale. Number 8. Now you know there will be a hold at number 10. So prepare yourself mentally and emotionally and physically. Now next time you've swum out into number 10, hold and breathe. Extend through all your fingers and all your toes. Lift your belly button, drop your tailbone a little more, and see if you can lift your heart. So using your strong back muscles to pull up the front of your body. Okay, if everything's going great, see if you want to join your hands behind you and move them away from your head. Maybe bend your knees and point your toes at the back of your head. And make sure your neck is always soft and neutral. Maybe one more big breath in here, strong back. And exhale, let it go. All right, back up to hands and knees, okay? Now I want to get a little bit more into your side body here. So let's get some side plank going on. So I'll have you come down to a side elbow plank on your left. And remember that can always involve one of your knees being down. Okay, the left knee down is a nice helper. But if you like a little extra challenge, a nice challenge, you can lengthen your legs and stack your feet. Play around with foot placement too, okay? Always interpret. So lift nice and high with that side body, and then drop it nice and low. So we're inhaling to lift the left side, exhaling to drop it. 10 times, please, up. And down. We move with as much control as possible. Up and down. Okay, so dropping that knee if you need it is always great. If you want a little extra space, you can lift the top leg. Okay, a little something extra. Keep going. 3. Number 2. Last one. Let's hold it and breathe. So push that floor with everything that's on the floor. Push down. Lengthen your spine. Point your tailbone away from the top of your head. One more big breath in here. And let it go. Whew. Come down through center. And we'll just switch sides, okay? So we'll do the right elbow down, right side elbow plank. And remember to drop a knee. If you're ever not having fun, just make it a little easier on yourself, okay? All right, so side plank. Lift high on your inhale, drop it low on your exhale. See if you could hover and not come all the way down. Lift it high and drop it low. 10 times. Number 3. And low. Okay. Keep that breath moving. If we hold our breath, it just, for one, it's not as fun, okay? But it could be a little dangerous. Okay, it's always best. Just keep that breath going. Sometimes when we're working, we hold that breath. 3 more. 3. And low. Number 2. And low. Last one. Hold. Make it less challenging if you need to. Make it more challenging if you need to. Push the floor and point your tailbone away from your head. Nice work, guys. 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Come back down to your hands and knees. Maybe take another little roll out of your shoulders. Shake it out. Okay, I have one more really nice upper body challenge for you. It's called an oil rigger. So start with your right leg out behind you. And you could start with your left knee under your hips. And we'll just experiment. So this is just our little experiment time. If you pull your elbows in towards your ribs, so you're bending your elbows, pulling them in, I want you to keep your elbows over your wrists and tap your nose to the floor. Maybe about a foot in front of your hands, okay? And then bring it back up. Now make sure your elbows are staying over your wrists, okay? If that was really hard, no problem. Bring your left knee closer to your left hand, right leg out, and try it again. Elbows over wrists, tap your nose to the floor. Now I want you to find where it's good for you. If you want more challenge, move the knee back. You can even turn it into kind of a plank thing, okay? So are you ready? 10 oil riggers. Right leg up and out behind you. Make it more or less challenging. Here we go. 1 and up. 2. Pull those elbows in, guys. That's crucial. Pull them in by your ribs. They should be scraping your ribs each time. 5. Exhale on the effort. 6. Number 7. Number 8. Now you know there's going to be a hold here. 9. Number 10, I want you to come down halfway, elbows to ribs, and hold. The right leg is in the air. That's right. Elbows over wrists. 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Shake that off. Oh, that was challenging. We're going to do the other side, okay? So remember that bottom knee, you take it closer to your hands if you need less challenge. You take the bottom knee back if you need more. You can even turn it into a plank. Are you ready? Let's do it. And then we'll stretch, okay? Oil rigger. Left leg up and out behind. Right knee down or up. Here goes. Number 1. And push. Remember to breathe. You can inhale down and exhale up. Exhale on the effort. Inhale. And 3. Inhale. Number 4. Inhale. 5. Inhale. Number 6. We got this. Inhale. Number 7. We got 3. We got 2. And here's the last one. Hold and hover, elbows to ribs. Yes, you can. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wow. Okay, guys, come on up. Let's stretch out our arms just first thing. Okay, arms are pretty pumped after that. Great work. Pat yourself on the back with your right hand. The left hand grabs the right elbow and points it straight up. And take a moment here to feel that nice stretch across your front body. Make your neck really long. And think of pulling your elbows back. Breathe. What's your heart rate? Come down after that big challenge. And maybe point your elbow to the left. Nice breath. Should feel really nice in your shoulders and your arms. Okay, let that go. Shake it out. And we'll do the other side. So left hand pats you in the back, right hand grabs the left elbow, point it up. Make a lot of space around your big neck. Pull the elbows back, and then maybe to the right. Feels good on the triceps. All right, let that go. And let's get your legs a little bit stretched out. So if you just face some way on your mat that you have space in front of you, right foot out in front, okay? You can walk the right foot out a little bit if you want to drop into your hips, but if that's a little too much, you can walk the right foot back towards you, okay? But right hand on your right hip, left arm up, and think of pushing on the floor as you stretch out the back of your right leg and the front of your left hip. Maybe you lean a little bit more to the right. You can drop those right fingers, maybe lean a little more. Okay, if your abs are feeling kind of intense too, you can lean back and get a stretch across your abs. Make sure to push the floor with your legs and pull your belly button into your spine. One more breath here. And we're letting it go. If you just come down with your hands in front, put your right knee back behind. We're switching sides. So the left foot's in front now. You can walk it further away for a deeper hip opening. Keep it back towards you for less, but go ahead and start to push down into the floor with your legs. So you're feeling that right hip opening, left hamstring, left hand to left hip here, right arm up. We have a really big side stretch. Breathe, give your stretch time to do its magic, okay? And maybe left fingers on the floor. We can reach further to the left. We can even lean back. Push that floor with your legs. One more breath. And let that go, hands down in front. So from here, if you walk your hands over to the right a little bit, you can tuck the right toes and come up in a big, wide leg forward fold. And I want this to feel really nice across the back and insides of your legs. So toes turn in slightly, please, and you might bend your knees. Walk your hands back and let your head hang. Should feel nice to let your head hang. Try to get your spine so that it can actually hang nice and long. So feel free to adjust your stance. And if everything's going great, you can grab one calf in each hand, maybe bending your knees more or less, and hug your legs towards you. As you're ready, my friends, you can press your hands back up underneath you, grab up onto your hips, and roll yourself up to standing. You did it. Thanks for sticking with me. Thanks for taking good care of yourself, guys. Thanks so much for joining me.